Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we like to walk a very fine line between a shy addicted makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duochromes, multi-chromes, blush, highlight, lip gloss, basically everything except pressed glitter. And today we're going to be doing the second part of my Black Friday haul. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me. We're getting into it right now. Okay, and I did just want to quickly mention this look, if you're interested, is going to be going up on my channel at some point. This is my first impressions with the Stacey Marie Carnival BH Interstellar BH. Be perfect. Be perfect. This palette. I'll just show you the palette. It'll make my life easier. So the Be Perfect and Stacey Marie Carnival Interstellar palette. This is the one with the 3 columns of gray tones all along the side. I really enjoyed playing with it, and the video hopefully will be quite brief, just kind of demoing out this look for you. Now, before we dive into the haul, I did just want to mention, if you had any interest in trying anything from the Jaclyn Cosmetics line, a ton of it just hit TJ Maxx, like very affordably. They have the little loose powder blushes and highlighters for about $9.99. They had the lip products for about $6.99, and I did find an eyeliner for about $6.99 as well. So I picked up a couple of things just to be able to give those a try and test them out. Her first launch, the metal-filled lipsticks, definitely threw me for a loop, but since then I've kind of seen some more interesting things and been willing to try them. So far so good. Now let's get into the Alright, I did do a Huda order, and I'm just going to show this first because then I can get it out of my lap, but this is one of the Wishful skincare bags. It opens up like this, and then there's like a zippered compartment here. You flip this up, there's a zippered compartment here, and then 2 zippered compartments there. I thought that would be really nice for skincare when I'm traveling, so I did go ahead and pick that up. But the rest of the Huda stuff is at the bottom of this box, so we'll do some other stuff first. Next, I'll talk to you about Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I did pick up 2 more sets of the brushes, the ones that I already pulled out to start using, and then I kept the second set in the bag, but her eye brushes are just divine. So the sizes and the shapes of these brushes, I just think is really nice. I like, woo, come on. There we go. So the sizes and the shapes of the brushes I really like. I think they're good quality. They blend things really nicely, so I'm definitely happy to get more of them. Pretty much every time they're on sale, I pick up another set because I do really like the quality and I use them a lot, and I hate washing my brushes. Like, it's my least favorite activity. So I always pick up some more. Then the palettes, I picked up 3 palettes because there was some that I was missing. I really debated about this one. This is the All Done Up palette, and the reason why I debated it is because most of it is neutrals, right? But I'm heading into this era where I'm like, seem to really be enjoying neutrals. Obviously not today, but I really liked how these 2 columns looked when I was seeing people demo them out. And then I kind of like the fact that even though these are neutrals, they're not necessarily the most expected neutrals. Like, they have some different interests. They're like different undertones. So I did go ahead and pick this one up because I figured if it was going to be on sale, that would be the best time to get it so that I didn't regret it if I didn't like it. Then next up, I picked up the Primal palette, and I'm sure you guys have already seen what this looks like, but I'll show it to you anyway. Maybe I'll show it to you anyway. Good Lord. Primal palette, she looks like this, and the inside, obviously no mirror as typical, but then this is what the color story looks like. And I think the greens, blues, and purples over on this side were the part that excited me the most. I'm not a huge fan of the huge white and the huge black because that's not how I do my makeup. Like, I don't dip into those on a regular basis to really like build out a look. So for me, that's probably kind of wasted space to have such big ones, but I can see why she did it for other people, so I'll let it slide. But I hope she goes back to the more traditional, just like straight up columns and none of those oversized pants. And then the last one that I picked up from her was the OG Blends palette because I didn't have it and I had been wanting it, of course, otherwise why would you buy it? and this one looks like this. Now, I personally thought that this was a really, really pretty color story. I like how you have like the light, medium, and then the deepest tones on the outside. You do get like this teeny tiny little row of neutrals, but everything else is color, and I love that. I wanted this because I wanted something to be able to match with like my Cleona shades, my Terra Moon shades, all of those really interesting singles that I have from indie brands. I don't have any like all matte palettes to go for with them, so I went ahead and picked this one up to try to have a complement then to those shades. All right. I did pick up one palette from Gloss Gods, which is a Swedish indie brand, and it was the Smoke and Mirrors palette, which looks like this. It's really, really pretty packaging. And then when you open it up, you do get a mirror up here. And then this is the color story. It's a really, really pretty color story. The metallic shades really drew me in. I think the shades that they picked for the mattes will be really nice complements to those, but won't necessarily like take over the look. So I'm very excited to have another like smoky neutral kind of palette in my collection. I was looking at some of their all shimmer palettes and almost picked one of them up, but number one, they're like $50, so a little expensive. And number two, I feel like there might be some redundant shades with some of the other palettes that I have from other brands, so I didn't want to like waste a lot of money buying something from outside the US and shipping it here that isn't unique. And I felt like the Smoke and Mirrors was the most unique, so I figured I'd try that first. All right, I did pick up a handful of these shades from JD Glow. They had a sale on these, and I think they were like 25 or 30% off. They're just like loose pigments basically, but I picked up Pink Pearl, which is like a light baby pink with like a soft blue duochrome flip. I picked up Intended, which has kind of an iridescent green shift. SNL is like a sparkly black kind of shade, so I had to pick that one up because I'm always on the quest for sparkly black. Mesmerize is like an iridescent with like a blue purple flip. Empress, I believe, is the like olivey green shade that they had, so I was definitely interested in checking that one out. Sorry you guys, I can't get it to focus. And then the last one that I picked up, I think I had these half off. The last one's called Receipts. And if I kept receipts, I'd be able to tell you. But this is like an aqua green, more like aqua blue shade. So just some iridescent, you know, kind of pretty shades that I wanted to try out. I was expecting them to be a little bit like bigger pigment particles than what they are. Some of them look a little bigger than others, so we'll give those a try and see what I think of them. All right, now I guess we can get into the Huda Beauty stuff, and I went a little crazy at Huda Beauty's website because they had a ton of great sales. Most of their stuff was anywhere from like 30 to 80% off, which is better than what you get at Sephora. It's better than what you can get any other time of the year. I missed it last year and I was like, I'm not going to miss this year's. So I went ahead and waited and then placed an order as soon as it went live. I did pick up one of their bathrobes, which I've literally been using every single day since I got it. It's like a pink terry cloth bathrobe, and it's super, super soft and comfy. It's got long sleeves, so the sleeves come to like my hands, which I really like. It's got pockets, so I can put my phone, you know, in a pocket while I'm trying to get my kids ready in the morning, and it just kind of keeps me warm until I'm ready to like hop into the shower. So I really, really like that. I got it for $18, and it was worth it. All right, let's dig into some of this other stuff here that we got from them. So I picked up some of the skincare. The first thing, let me see here. I got the Wishful Yo Glow Enzyme Scrub, which looks like this, and I'd been wanting to try or to get a full size of this because I tried it as a sample and I really, really liked the quality. So I wanted to go ahead and pick this one up in a full size just to kind of make sure my face is staying nice and clean and polished. All right, I did also pick up a full size of the Wishful Honey Whip, and it's a peptide moisturizer. I'm really hoping I like this one because I haven't tried it yet, but I wanted to pick it up in the full size since I figured I would like it, and then I got it on a really nice discount. And then did I have any other skincare? That might be it for the skincare. Okay, let's bounce into makeup, and then we'll probably end up bouncing back at some point. I did pick up the Glowish Tinted Moisturizer Multi-Dew Skin Tint. I picked it up in the shade 1.5 Fair Cool. Hopefully that shade matches me because I was really just winging it when I went on their website. And then I did also pick up the Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. This is in the shade One Light. Let's see if I can get it out of its box here. And it looks like that. I think that will work for me. It looks so nice, and I love like the texture of these powders. I really like, so I'm excited to play with that. I thought I picked up, oh yeah, I picked up two more. I completed basically my collection with these Glowish blushes. So I picked up Caring Coral. So Caring Coral looks like that. And Charming Cherry. Which looks like that. And I believe, where are my blushes? The two I had before were Healthy Peach and Berry Juicy. So I picked up the other two to kind of round out that collection. Okay. And let's see what else we have in here. So because I spent a fair amount on my order, I got a free one of these Silk Bombs, which I was super excited about because I wanted to actually try either the Silk Icy or the Heat. I had preferred the Icy, but when I looked at the price of it, it really wasn't on sale too much. So I was like, well, I'll just skip it. And then by the time I picked everything else up, they were like, no, we're giving it to you for free. And I'm like, well, sure. I did also pick up the Love Stone Silk Balm, which is the one from the Rose Quartz collection from last year. And it looks like this. Super pretty little, like, kind of pinky undertone balm. I want to say the honey one originally, and I really liked it, so I definitely wanted to pick up more of those. I also picked up the trio of brushes from the Rose Quartz collection because I think these brushes originally were like $36, and when I picked them up, I think they were like $10. So it was a good deal to get those when I did. They sent some sample cards of a primer and a foundation, which I'll set off to the side in my little sample bin. And then the other free gift that I got was one of these brown lip colors. It's one of the Boss Browns. Can I get it open? There we go. And the shade I got is like a super rich, like vampy chocolatey brown. The other shades that they had, I just thought were going to be a little bit too light and look a little odd on my skin tone. So I went for like the super deep color. But I figured it's a free lipstick. At least I get to try the formula even if I don't like the color. And then I did pick up one of her Diamond Balm looking lip balms because I thought these were super pretty. I love the packaging. And then this is the actual bullet itself. Woo-hoo. Wait, there we go. That's the bullet itself, and you can just see how like beautifully sparkly it is. Ah, I love it. So that was another awesome deal because I think they were down to just a couple bucks a piece, and originally they were like $25. I will say I really like how Huda packages their stuff because when they ship it to you, it's in these bags, but the bags are like bubble wrapped, so everything stays extra safe. I love that. Now I have 3 more things here, and these are things that I definitely didn't need but were impulse purchases, as of most of the things that I purchased on Black Friday. But the first was the light version of her highlighter palette. I am not a huge fan of this weird like Jesus face looking kind of front to it, but I wanted to try out the highlighters, so I picked this one up. And I think because this is actually designed for somebody with lighter skin tones, I can actually use all these shades. Maybe maybe not that one, but I'm excited to give it a try. I've been on a huge highlighter kick recently, and I cannot be stopped. And then the other two that I picked up, I know are going to be mistakes, but I just couldn't like not try them. So I picked up the khaki haze, and then I picked up, what was this? The purple haze. I'll show you that one in just a second. These were down to $5. So they were $29 originally. There's the khaki haze, and I love her metallics, so I just couldn't like not try it, but I figured it was going to end up being a huge disappointment. So I was like, let me try it for $5 instead of for $29. Metallics aren't bad. Ooh, that is soft. That's also very soft. So there's a couple of swatches from the palette. I actually don't mind that so far. So we'll have to give it a try and see. Maybe I somehow lucked out and got like a decent one. It's not very green. So maybe that's part of the issue. Most people didn't like it because it's not very green. Right. And then the purple haze. So possible people didn't like that very much because it was not green, but I think it looks pretty. So we'll still try it. And then the purple haze looks like this. And of course, you guys know I'm a sucker for like these kind of purples. So I was really excited to get this one and try it out. I like this even more than the, what is it, the Love Fest that just came out. So I got both of those for $5. I figured that was a good price to try them. Okay. I did also make a small order from Libellula Beauty, which I picked up this like Christmassy icicle kind of palette. Do they have the name of the palette on the palette? No. So feedback. It would be really nice if the name was on the palette so everybody knew what it was. But it looks like this. And it just has these really nice like soft blue shades. I have been so excited to try this. I'm hoping these are nice and like pigmented. They feel good. They definitely don't feel like that like super buttery duochrome formula that's going around right now, but they do pick up nicely. That silver flicked off a little bit. But they do pick up nicely, and there are a couple of swatches. I think the colors are really pretty. They would make a really nice like icy kind of dreamy look. So I'm glad I picked them up. All right. Next up, what do I want to talk about? So I picked up a couple of things from Mercari that were unused, and I've since dug my fingers into them because I couldn't wait. But I picked up the Alva 2 eyeshadow highlighter palette, and it looks like this. I literally could not hold myself to wait to swatch it, but it looks like that. I was really excited about these two shades over here because this one's very, very sparkly, and then this one has this really nice like peachy undertone to it. So I was definitely excited. Obviously, I was on a highlighter kick. And then I did also pick up the Alva 2. Or is this, I'm sorry, this is the OG Alva palette, which looks like this. And then this is the color story inside. I was so drawn in by this like blue purpley shade here, all of the yellow shades over on this side I just thought were really pretty, and then you just have like some nice classic neutral mauve-y kind of berry shades. So I'm happy I picked that one up because it kind of rounds out my Oden's Eye collection too. And speaking of Oden's Eye, I also picked up the Christmas Eve palette, and I was so bummed when I recorded my last video that I forgot to mention this because I had already gotten it by then. And I was like, dang, now I have to wait another week to be able to use this palette. And all I wanted to do is like rip into this palette, let me tell you. But this is the color story, and I think this one is so pretty. I love all the like cool tones in here, and then you have like some kind of unexpected cool tones because you have this kind of khaki olive shade and then this like muted mustardy brown shade that definitely do have a cool undertone, but they're not what you would expect when you think about cool toned shadows. So I thought that was pretty cool and interesting. I like the overall like combination of colors that they picked out for this one. The other one, the Christmas Day palette, I talked myself out of because I felt like red and green palette I probably wasn't going to use as much. Now every time somebody swatches it, I feel some regretsies, but I do still think it was a good decision on my part to kind of hold off. Oh, and I did forget to mention, the Libellula team did send me a free lipstick with, or is it a lipstick or is it a lip gloss? It says it's a lip cream, but it's like a metallic lip cream. It's kind of like a blue-pink duochrome, so they must know and love me already. And then the other thing that I found on Mercari was something I actually never picked up from Ulta, but I had wanted to, and then it went out of stock. And it was this little face palette from Revolution. And it's this Luxe Crystal face palette. It's got a bronzer, blush, and a highlighter in it. I think it kind of reminds me of the Cover FX Duo, so I kind of wanted to try it for that reason. Plus, it would be great for travel. It's super like cute and glitzy on the outside, so I picked it up for like, I don't know, $8. And then I did go ahead and pick up this Ciate London palette. This is the Editor palette in Aspen, and I'm sure you guys can guess why I picked it up. All the beautiful blue smoky tones. I've been really into cool toned eyeshadows recently. I was looking at some videos online where they were showing this palette in particular, and I was like, you know what? I think I want to try it. So I did go ahead and order it. It was on the Nordstrom Rack website, which I thought was kind of interesting, so I went ahead and picked it up. Now the mattes feel a little dry, at least the one that I picked up, but very pigmented. But there's a couple of the shades. I think even though it's a little bit dry, I mean, this is like pigment and then some, so I think that's gonna work really nicely. I just think you're gonna have to like dig a little bit in the pan, which I personally don't get too hurt about doing that. But I'm really excited to give that one a try as well. I think it's a nice complement to the Odin's Eye Christmas palette too. I made a small order on Ulta's website because I needed a little spray bottle for some alcohol to like sanitize stuff as I'm passing it along, so I picked that up. I picked up another pair of these lash strip lashes in You Do You. That's actually the lash I'm wearing right now, and I think it's a really nice lash, so I wanted to have a backup of it. And then I also picked up the Merry Marshmallow Peanuts Wet n Wild lip mask. I haven't had a chance to try this one yet because I've been putting everything to the side, so it would be nice and new and pretty when I filmed it. Oh, let's see here. Yes. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. It smells like marshmallow. It's just like a kind of a sky blue translucent mask, but it smells definitely like marshmallows. So I'm really, really excited to give that a try. We're almost done, I swear. I did end up over at a CVS and picked up a couple of things. I picked up 2 of these Creme Shop Universal Lip Stains that are the BT21 People's lip stains. I got Cozy Rosy and Berry Mocha Crunch. I do really like them. I think they're very similar to the Fenty Poutsicle in terms of that like kind of oily, glossy application, and then it dries down to a stain. These I feel kind of go a little bit more the route of a like liquid lipstick that dries down, but they're not as like hard and crunchy at the end. I like them so far, but I definitely want to keep playing with them. And then I picked up this Prismatic Pop palette, which is a highlighter palette. Oh, Lord have mercy. Sometimes these cardboard packages, they have like this weird waxy surface on them that makes them almost like soft touch, but then I can never get stuff out of them, which drives me crazy. But this is what that palette looks like. And I just thought it was like an interesting, you know, set of colors here. The orange looked pretty to me. So that's what the shades look like right there. And I do think they're pretty. I think they're a little bit soft, so they might be more appropriate for like work and stuff, but that orange one was the one that I like picked this up for because I thought it was so pretty. And it has kind of like a glowy duochrome effect, which I like. And then the last thing I picked up was the Michaela Pot 2 highlighter palette, which looks like this. What on earth? So there's the shades, and you can kind of see the flips there. Obviously, this one over here is too dark for me to wear as a highlighter. But I thought the colors were so pretty, I literally couldn't, whoa. Can you guys see those? Oh, they're so pretty, they're so pretty. I don't even want to take that off my hand. I will, I just don't want to. All right, we are almost done, you guys, I swear. I have one more order to tell you about, and then I'm gonna let you alone. And that was from Morphe, believe it or not. So Morphe sent out an email like the couple days prior to Black Friday sales starting on most other websites, and said that they were doing 50% off of all the Jaclyn Cosmetics products, and then they had like an extra 30% off on top of that, I think was the deal. So I picked up some stuff. I picked up 2 more of the highlighters that I've been meaning to pick up for a while. I wanted that original highlighter palette that she came out with, but I thought that was too expensive. So I've been slowly collecting the same colors in singles, and now I have 3 of the 4. So this is Sparks, and then this is the shade Mesmerized, which looks like this, and it's a little bit more peachy toned. I did also pick up one of her lip plushes. Outstanding lips, something like that. What does she call these? Lip cushions. And I got this one. This is in the shade Lip Locked. And then the one that I found at TJ Maxx was Last First Kiss. So I picked up 2 from that same collection basically to give a try because I really like that very like soft finish blurry kind of look for my lip colors. ColourPop used to have the ultra blotted lips in those tubes like that, and they were really nice for that exact same purpose, but then they reformulated them into a stick, and I haven't tried them since they did that. And then I did pick up the little Strawberry Feels palette because I'm a sucker for pinky toned palettes. It looks like this. I thought it would make a cute little like Valentine's Day type palette, so I haven't played with this one yet, but I've been definitely wanting to, so I'm so excited to finally share it with you so that I can start playing with it. And then the last 2 things that I picked up were the Rouge Romance blush palettes. And the one thing that I don't like is the fact that they look the exact same on the outside packaging, so you don't know which one it is unless you look at the little sticker on the back. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's whatever. I didn't make the company. This is the Rouge Affair. So this is the one that is more like pink tones. And then the Rouge Romance looks like that, which is the more orangey toned one. So I'm super excited to have those. Obviously, I am set on blushes for the next millennium, but I really wanted to give them a try. When they first came out, I think they were like $45, I want to say, and I just did not think they were worth that much money. So I kind of like just put them off to the side on my wish list and figured when they went on like a really good sale, I'd pick them up, and like 70-ish% off was good enough for me. So I went ahead and picked those up. I'm super happy with everything that I picked up. I can't wait to spend some time in the new year, like kind of playing through all this stuff and really, you know, getting some good love and enjoyment out of everything. You guys are going to have to let me know, is there anything else that you guys are waiting for to come in from your Black Friday orders? I still have a couple of things that haven't come yet. And hopefully I'll do like another quick video when the last of the stuff comes in. Most of those are international things, so I'll do a quick video when those come in. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'm going to catch you in my next video. Bye!